Back to our main event tonight, the welterweight championship fight. 10 years ago, Shane Mosely lost in the ring for the last time. It was against Vernon Forrest in the Olympic trials in 1992. Not surprisingly, the two fighters have different memories of that experience.
In the early 1990s, Shane Mosely and Vernon Forrest were thought to be the best amateur fighters in the country at 139 pounds. To most observers, their showdown at the 1992 Olympic trials would determine not only who would represent the United States, but who would bring home the gold medal from Barcelona later that year.
We fought in the semifinals of the U.S. Olympic trials, so everybody knew that whoever won that fight was going to be the representative on the Olympic team.
I think that back then I was looking more toward the professional rankings and looking past Olympics. I was already #1 in the country from 89 to 92.
Mosely's #1 ranking was based on his eye-popping amateur record of 250 wins, only 10 losses, including 3 national championships. But Forrest's credentials were equally impressive, featuring the 1991 Amateur World Championship. So in Forrest's eyes, he, not Mosely, was the top dog at 139 pounds.
At first they had us ranked, both of us tied as #1, but I went through the tournament and they gave him the spot. They gave him his #1 spot. I earned my #1 spot.
Forrest had Mosely square in his sights and was out to prove that he alone had earned and deserved the #1 ranking. He entered the ring, hell-bent to prove it.
And my first motivation was to defend the fact that I was #1. The second motivation was the fact that they gave it to him. I'm going to kick his butt.
As the 3-round match progressed, Forrest was proving himself the better fighter that day. Mosely was outboxed and outpointed, according to judging based on the new and hopelessly confusing Olympic scoring system.
You know, I really didn't know if I was winning or losing because there's no way you could know. It was in the computer.
The fight wasn't close at all, and I blew him out, and he did get knocked out. He did hit the canvas.
I didn't get knocked down. I remember falling, tripping, and I jumped right back up, and I was like, no, you know, that wasn't a knockdown.
At the end of the match, Forrest was awarded the decision via a 25-14 score. He handed Mosely what would be the last and most meaningful loss in his boxing career to date.
I think I lost that fight not because of my ability, but because I didn't do the very best that I can do. I didn't give my 100% all.
He can make up any kind of excuse he wants, but I proved that I was a better fighter then, and I'm going to prove that I'm a better fighter now.
The two 139-pound amateurs moved on to become the two best 147-pound professionals. But to Forrest, the storyline seems similar to that of their first meeting 10 years ago.
It's deja vu all over again. Because I was sitting on #3, waiting for my opportunity to fight De La Hoya or to fight Trinidad. He fights one fight, they give him my spot. Of all the people they can give spots, they give him my spot.
Mosely feels the past won't repeat itself tonight. He looks for the redemption of avenging his only milestone loss.
Well, that'll be another step, you know, in history for me. You know, to put back in history. You know, yeah, he lost to many amateurs, but he beat him as a professional. He knocked him out.
That fateful amateur meeting almost 10 years ago will not determine the outcome of tonight's fight. But it does provide ample motivation for both fighters when they step into the ring a few moments from now.
Welcome back live at ringside in the theater at Madison Square Garden. George Foreman, 10 years ago, Vernon Forrest used his longer arms, greater reach, and boxing skills to fend off the shorter, quicker Shane Mosely. Can he do it again?
Yes, if he doesn't consider 10 years before I became a boxer, my sisters and brothers were beating me out, but things change. He's got to understand there's a different Shane Mosely now, that you got to have more than just your reach and your jab. You got to have heart and soul. Shane has got a lot of that.
Yep, we'll see if Vernon can match that as we get ready for this fight. And Larry Merchant, when you talk about Shane Mosely, he's regarded as the best of the best within the sport, and his stardom has not really burst outside the sport of boxing. It bothers him. It's something that consumes Shane Mosely. How to become the star outside this sport that he is within the boxing cult. Is that at this point a big incentive for Shane, or is it a distraction?
In his mind, it's a dilemma. He has the talent and dedication of a Tiger Woods. He's got the smile of a Julia Roberts. He's as thrilling to watch as The Sopranos. And so he asks himself, Why isn't the whole world as besotted with me as the boxing world is? If that eats at him too much, it could be a distraction, and Forrest will let us know about it. If it inspires him, he'll let Forrest know about it, and he'll let us know about it, and the people in the boxing world will love him even more.
Well, generally at big moments, Shane has risen and provided huge performances. Let's see if he can do it again as we look at the tail of the tape for Sugar Shane Mosely and Vernon Forrest. Both are 30 years old. 3-inch height advantage for Forrest, but according to our measurements, Mosely has the longer reach. And Mosely weighed in 1 pound under the 147-pound limit. Vernon was right on the number. Rules of the bout again with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Shane Mosely-Vernon Forrest fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we'll go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
To Atlanta where the
Vernon Forrest will be accompanied into the ring by famous rappers Ludacris and Jermaine Dupri. Ludacris and Jermaine Dupri.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming.
Ludacris didn't make it. Apparently it's just Jermaine Dupri who individually raps Vernon into the ring. Slight correction.
Between time, you work your thing.
Forrest has said on the one hand that what happened 10 years ago doesn't matter. But on the other hand, he says it's something that Mosely can't forget. On that same hand, he brought in Al Mitchell, his amateur coach, to join him tonight. He says he's more of a Greg Maddox type of fighter than a Roger Clemens, that is a control pitcher, not a power pitcher. So even though he claims that there may be some big emotional exchanges, I think it's clear that he wants to try to dominate the fight from outside.
Forrest is offended by betting odds that see Mosely as a 7-1 favorite in the fight. He feels as though that's just part and parcel of the degree to which he's been overlooked his whole professional career.
Yeah, that's not a real reflection of the difference. It's a reflection of the fact that Mosely is far, far better known than he is.
Now
I would say that the odds would be correct in terms of their records, in terms of their ability, if they were half that.
3-1 instead of 7-1.
Yeah.
Although Sugar Shane hails from Pomona, he has frequently fought on the East Coast and has at least as big a following here in New York and in New England as he does back home.
There's a jam-packed house here, something in excess of 5,000, which is paid $700,000 to be in here, which is almost double the previous record.
And the fight sold out 2 weeks ago. So the Mosely thing is beginning to build. Now let's see if he can build it more, win tonight, and get to some of the big fights he really needs to stamp himself as the superstar that all of us in the sport see him as. A rematch with De La Hoya, a fight with Trinidad or Vargas or Hopkins. Now let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the theater in Madison Square Garden, New York City, Cedric Kushner Productions presents 12 rounds of boxing between the two very best welterweights in the world. The winner to be universally recognized, undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Brought to you in association with your king of beers, Budweiser. Sanctioned by the WBC, President Jose Suleiman, and the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman, New York City Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly, Executive Director Charles DiRienzo. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this bout on the 10-point must system will be Tommy Kazmarek, Melvina Lathan, and Julie Letterman. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Smoger. And now, from New York City to the men and women now serving in the armed forces of the United States of America, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with purple and weighing in at 147 pounds. His professional record a perfect one. 33 bouts, 33 victories with 26 knockouts, and he has captured a world title, a title never lost in the ring. Tonight he is out to repeat his victory over this opponent a decade ago in the amateur ranks and prove he is the best. From Augusta, Georgia, now fighting out of Atlanta, Georgia, the man still recognized by boxing fans as an undefeated welterweight world champion, Bernard Forrest. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue. His weight, 146 pounds. His professional record, also a perfect one, consisting of 38 bouts, 38 victories, including 35 knockouts, and he is recognized by almost all fans and experts as pound for pound, the best in the world today. From Pomona, California, the 2-time world champion and reigning, defending, undefeated WBC welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosely.
All right, gentlemen, you were given your instructions at the weigh-in. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Respect the bell, and above all, protect yourself. Vern, this is a good shot right here. You understand that? You're perfect. Touch him up. Touch him up. God bless.
You know, Jim, some fighters over history have just had the stuff to beat fighters who were considered better. Ken Norton gave Ali trouble. Iran Barkley gave Tommy Hearns trouble. Junior Jones beat Barrera twice. You wonder if Bernard Forrest is going to be that for Shane Mosely.
I've heard that theory.
Neither fighter's that wet. They look like they've been sweating it all, so it may take a moment or two before something good happens. It's not like one is sweating and the other is not.
No, they're both dry. Good point, George. Let's see if Bernard Forrest can keep Mosely at the end of his longer punches.
The one thing about Forrest, he's got to beat Shane Mosely with something that's not obvious. The height and reach, you can't take that against a guy like Mosely. You got to do something unseen that they haven't prepared for in the gym. Using your left jab and countering all of that. This guy's like the mongoose, Shane Mosely.
Shane believes that Vernon's longer arms and longer punches will work against him because they'll take longer to get to the target and give him, Mosely, a chance to step inside and counter.
Mosely like to start off little jab, hard hooks, and make you protect yourself so he can go on and operate on you. He hasn't landed the left hook yet.
Forrest throws his right hand over the top the way a heavyweight does. But he hasn't been a big power puncher as of yet. Trying to get to Mosley's body with the left hand there. Shane blocking the left hook with his right hand.
A guy like Shane Mosely has been in the gym sparring with heavyweights, light heavyweight all his life. You can't overpower him. You just got to do something hasn't been done to him before. accustomed to bigger guys. He's always been the smaller fella.
Forrest beginning to warm up. Sticking his jab, not really landing it all that often yet, but making Shane conscious of the long stick.
Both guys are going to do a lot of missing because they're not wet. Hasn't built up a sweat at all.
Mosley lands a little left hook inside and knocks Forrest back. Then you see the amazing hand speed of Shane Mosley as one of those fluid 5-punch combinations just bursts out of his arsenal.
Step back, no. Oh, punch on the break.
Remember, Shane Mosley is not into his fight until he's got in that lead left hook. Till then, he's just dealing with the edges around.
Saw Mosley having to launch upward there at the taller Forrest.
Good right hand, lead right hand by Forrest.
Don't punch, don't punch.
Able to get it to the target there. And round one comes to a close. The fighters beginning to sweat. Meanwhile, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, two undisputed champions appearing from two separate locations next Saturday night. Jones will be fighting in Miami against Glenn Kelly, and Hopkins will be fighting against Carl Daniels in Reading, Pennsylvania. The undisputed light heavyweight championship and the undisputed middleweight championship, both on the line.
But you didn't fall for that. I seen that. Okay, but continue to use your jab. Set him up with that right hand. All right, when you work inside again, continue to go to the body when you get inside. I think the right hand, when you hit him, send a message to him that he's going to really have to be careful.
Yeah, I did. Use your feints, relax. Look, go with the double jab and shoot the right hand down on the body. That's what's happening right there, right now.
The key is stand behind your jab, champ, and keep the distance.
This guy's not going to run in on you, not early.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Forrest, by far the busier fighter, throwing 60 punches, but landing only 7. Mosley, 15 out of 36, and that big right hand that knocked Forrest back was the most effective punch of the first round.
Forrest got to understand you can't be in front of Mosley and not do something. Moving your shoulders, head, or throwing punches.
And Shane Mosley complains of a headbutt, and there's blood on the forehead of Mosley.
You're cut.
Yep, Mosley is cut at the hairline.
Accidental headbutt. Accidental headbutt.
That's what happened.
Shane, but he's okay.
That's what happened when
you're cut on the top of your head.
Forrest fought Raul Frank. He comes in head first. This is the first time we've seen Mosley with blood. Doesn't appear to be dangerous yet.
Cut is not in a bad place at all. Won't bother his vision because there will not be any swelling around his eye.
Quick little left hook inside by Mosley. Forrest looping that right hand over the top. Mosley getting a little bit more of the initiative here in round two. Momentarily switches southpaw, then comes back, gets hit by a big right hand. Vernon Forrest blocks Shane Mosley with a right hand lead over the top and hits him again. And Mosley is in huge trouble. Huge trouble. Shane Mosley's never been down in his career. Vernon Forrest caught him perfectly with a right hand.
There's a minute left to go.
Will have to use all his professionalism to try to get out of this crisis.
He has never had to deal with this kind of adversity in a professional prize fight.
And he doesn't have legs right now.
That's why I don't like calling these guys pound for pound anything until you've said the whole story, adversity.
Well, but they, you know, if he loses, then he's not the pound for pound.
If he's dealing with this adversity right, comes back, then I'll call him pound to pound.
Mosely still without any legs.
Knockdown, knockdown.
And now Smoker's going to call that a knockdown. Second knockdown of the round.
4, 5.
Mosley still in serious trouble, but the bell is
7.
going to save him in round 2.
And he goes to the wrong corner. Shane Mosley in serious trouble.
Excuse me, Chief.
Move your head, Shane. Okay?
Shane, look up at me. You doing all right? You got popped a few times. You doing okay? I got the red line, okay?
The headbutt, yeah. But Shane, you got to hold your hands up. Okay? Hold your hands up. This round, move around the ring. Can you move?
Yeah, move.
When he gets close, you got to grab him.
Give me some more.
You got to grab him. You got to come through this here.
Now Shane Mosley calls the long right hand of Vernon Forrest the woo punch, because everybody goes woo, but it usually misses. This time everybody went woo because it connected. And they're in trouble. Vernon Forrest seeing an opportunity to make the kind of statement against Mosley that Mosley made against De La Hoya. Mosley still appears to be shaken.
And you heard Jack Mosley saying to his son, Shane, you got to hold your hands up.
Once that cut occurred, that was that left hook by Mosley I've been looking for. Once that cut occurred, it changed his whole makeup. He said he was cut. He started to curse. Disappointment. In a boxing match, you can't be disappointed because you're cut.
This is a survival round for Mosley. He's got to get through this round if he
Catches
can.
a big left hook from Forrest. Forrest hasn't yet unloaded another one of those big right hands. It was a right hand lead that got Mosley in trouble. Forrest had landed it as a right hand lead twice before.
This is a fight. This is one I'd like to see.
Step back, step back.
Mosley makes it through the first minute.
Don't punch, step out.
And Mosley begins to use some professional skills, grabbing Forrest as he gets near him, just trying to stay away.
Forrest is starting to push and shove, which is where you lose your knockout punch. Don't start shoving and pushing. Save that energy for your punching.
Forrest short with the right hand. Mosley ducks the second right hand. Either one of them might have finished the fight if it had landed flush.
Okay, keep him up now,
Larry, you said early on, this could be that kind of fighter for Shane.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some people say Vernon's got his number.
As Norton and Ali. Could be.
No knockdown.
Slippage there for Forrest. Buys some much-needed time for Mosley.
Mosley still doesn't have his legs fully under him.
But he's thinking. The most important thing is you can think. And when you can't think, you're in trouble. And this guy can think, he's still liable to do something to you.
Well, he's landed one good left hook in the round, and now he's beginning to go back to boxing. But still, the danger lurks every time Forrest unloads one of those right hands.
Shane has got to go underneath that right hand and do something himself quick.
Mosley manages to make it through round 3.
All right, Shane.
Hey, Shane, we'll give him that round, but you won the first. Give him that one. This round, from here on, here out, boxing, to get your rhythm, but you got to move your head.
You've been hitting them up because all day long. Use your face now. gotta go behind the feints now, okay? All right, go ahead.
Okay, now behind your jab, look for the body shot. Go to the body before.
All right, let's go back to that round and watch and see how Forrest nailed Mosely. Uppercut, left, right. Beautiful combination. And Shane Mosely is in deep, deep water. And Forrest is trying to hold him down. Now, late in the round, as Mosely flounders around, another knockdown. Seems to be together.
All that was in the second round. Then Mosely made it through the third. Now here is round 4 of the schedule 12. Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored so far?
Okay, Jim, 2 rounds to 1, 29-26, Vernon Forrest. I get the first round to Shane Mosely. Obviously, round 2, 10-7 because it's 2 official knockdowns. The third round, certainly Vernon Forrest won. 29-26, Forrest.
Very good, very good, very good.
And a lot of that is a good lesson. Warm up in your corner, in your dressing room before you come out to these fights. You can only get by so long being dry in the first round. And he never did get warmed up. Shane Mosely didn't.
At least not before he had been clocked by the right hands.
And now he's warm. For the
Now
wrong
he's in
reason.
a real fight. Biggest fight of his career. Shane Mosely behind on the scorecards, down twice, first 2 times in his career he's ever been down. Let's see what he can do in responding to adversity.
He's got to do it in 3 rounds. He doesn't have to come back and do it all in 1 round. Don't get even in 1 round. Take yourself 3 rounds. Get on top of this guy. Take control of the fight. Throwing the haymakers, that's not the way to get back into this fight. Punching by Shane Mosely.
Now he starts to go back to combination punching. And Forrest needs to remember that he came in here to box too. Uppercuts are working beautifully for Vernon Forrest. Another right uppercut stunned Mosely again. And those right hand leads are painting Shane Mosely.
One thing that Shane Mosely was not prepared for tonight, uppercuts. Uppercuts. That's cost him the first knockdown and is continuously hurts him.
Mosely lands a right hand across the top. But Shane still seems to be trying to get back into the fight with one big punch instead of with series of combinations.
You've got to take your time and do it in a matter of 3 rounds. You got 12 rounds to work. Don't get back into the fight with 1 shot.
Very good.
Make this tall guy bring his head down a little to you. Every time Shane is throwing his shots, they're a little too high. Make him bend down. Go to his body.
No question, Vernon Forrest in the early going has been much stronger and much quicker than Shane Mosely anticipated he would be. And we remind you, as Shane Mosely works through trouble here, both Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins will appear next Saturday night here on HBO's World Championship Boxing. Jones fighting in Miami, defending the light heavyweight championship against Glenn Kelly. Hopkins fighting in Reading, Pennsylvania, defending the middleweight championship against Carl Daniels. So be with us then to see which of those 2 fighters will step up with a big performance.
Uppercut or hook and back with the right hand. Shorten the punches up a little bit. Sometimes you come in a little bit.
You understand?
Okay.
Keep your hands up. Continue to work the jab.
Move the hips.
How you feel?
Feel all right. Feel good.
You feel good? You're not getting, excited or nothing. Too overexcited. I want you to relax, Shane, like you always do. Okay. Get into your rhythm. Come on. That's what you got to do. You got to change this.
Let's go, Ronnie.
Yeah, Jack Mosely pretty calm in that corner, still showing confidence in his son, the fighter. Maybe that will help to settle Shane down. Round 4 was close by CompuBox standards. Mosely 13 out of 41, Forrest 17 out of 50, and with an edge in power punches.
Forrest, waist is too high. Mosely can't get his jab going. He can't touch his head with anything good consistently. It's causing big problems. Forrest is in control of the fight. Now he has to make certain he keeps control of it by not bending down at all.
Shane Mosely is a tremendously effective body puncher when he's at his best, George. If I were trainer-manager Jack Mosely, I think I'd tell my son to focus on the body for a while.
This is where his focus should have been from the first round on. Just believed he could knock this guy out.
The more Shane headhunts against the taller fighter, the more opportunities he provides to Vernon Forrest.
You gotta focus on Vernon Forrest's chest. Don't jab for his head. His head will be there in a minute.
Don't punch.
Forrest has got to make certain that he stays up high. Rain the punches down. Don't go down with him. That's those body shots that causes the bleeding now.
You heard Forrest's trainer, Ronnie Shields, trying to get his fighter to focus on boxing between rounds, and Forrest sets up a vicious left hook to the body with another right hand lead upstairs, and lands another right hand lead upstairs.
Now Vernon Forrest is playing into Shane's Mosely game now, leaning and pulling and all of that. You don't want that. Keep your height, keep your reach, stay ahead on the points.
Shane Mosely has never been hit this much and this cleanly in a prize fight. Brand new experience for him. And now Mosely beats Forrest to the punch and momentarily stuns Vernon.
Watch your heads, watch your heads. Watch your heads. Don't punch, don't punch, don't punch. Step. Don't punch, step.
If Mosely wanted to box at range and try to stay away from accidental headbutts, he doesn't have that luxury anymore.
No,
he's got to go inside.
He's got to go in and take some rounds back.
Step back.
Mosely's got to stay close and take some of those rounds back. And he's got to do it in a straight out open fashion so the judges can see it's been done.
Don't punch, step out. 5 seconds. No.
Rub beside the legs with this.
I got him.
Shane, this is the 5th round.
6th round.
The 5th round coming up. The 6th round coming up.
6th round.
That's good you know that.
Hold this out, man. Hold it out.
So hear this. This title can slip away from you if you don't work your jab, some straight jabs. The hooks are just blocking those. He's got his hands up. So you got to work some jabs.
Okay.
His body to the head, throw some straight right hands, some 1-2-1s. Okay. And when you get inside, don't let him push up against the ropes. That's what he's doing, throwing you off balance.
Okay. We've been working on it all time.
And stay behind the jab.
Give me a deep breath,
You're just touching him with jabs. Get us some hard jabs in there, okay? And when you're in close, don't just tie him up.
Time. Got to clean up. Vernon corner. Neutral corner, Vernon. Neutral corner.
This benefits Shane Mosely, I can tell you that.
And that's why the ice is spilled in Mosley's corner, isn't it?
Good reason.
Time in.
The old intentional, unintentional ice spill. Through round 5, Vernon Forrest is landing nearly 40% of his power shots against Shane Mosely. Previous Mosely opponents throughout his career landed around 20%. So this is a whole new experience for Shane, getting pounded by power punches through the first 5 rounds.
Don't punch. Step out.
Shane has got to put his left foot on the opposite side
Watch your heads inside, guys.
of Forrest's left foot. Can't keep it in the middle if you want to get that right hand because you don't have the luxury of the height advantage. Put your left foot on the outside of his left foot.
So that he's fighting him more at an angle from the right.
That's right. He can't duck and hide from those. As long as Shane Mosely's left leg is in the middle like that, he's got the disadvantage. He's at a disadvantage.
Step back. Step back.
Shane determined to follow his father's instructions to throw more jabs. Vernon moving to his left and then back to his right, looking for another shot with the right hand.
His father recognized that his left hook didn't have any effect on Forrest. Didn't have any effect at all, which is why he should have gotten off with it earlier.
Step back, step out, step out.
The long and short of it is, the longer guy isn't letting the shorter guy get into any kind of a rhythm of what he likes to do.
That's right.
Don't punch, don't punch. Step out, step out.
Forrest is starting to bend down just a little bit now.
Almost caught Mosely with another one of those uppercuts.
But the good thing is that he's bringing his head down a little closer to Shane Mosley's hook.
Don't punch, don't punch. Step, step. Step out, step out. Let him out, Vern.
When you get into the ring with a guy who's as good as you realize that, then you got to do something. You got to do something. You got to fight. He's met his equal. Maybe it's the styles, but this is his equal. This guy believes that he's his equal.
Right hand lands for Mosely. Forrest comes back with two right hands of his own. Both are short. The third one finally lands.
Bell, bell, bell. So
Halfway
far,
through the
it's
fight.
been an easy fight for Vernon Forrest.
Monday night at 10 p.m. Don't miss the premiere of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Among the stories, it's betting season. With the Super Bowl a week away, the Las Vegas sports books are at their busiest. We go behind the scenes to reveal the factors considered in setting the line for major sports events. Also, do religious beliefs unify or divide professional sports teams? A look at the increasingly prominent role religion plays in professional sports on Real Sports. Nothing is out of bounds.
You're turning, right? Now look, use the feint, step to your right sometime. But keep the jab going, okay? Is that in your eye?
And keep him turning, you hear me? You're boxing good. Keep him turning, you hear me? Don't let him get set.
When you get close to this guy, use your legs.
Touch the head. Okay, jab to the body, jab to the head, set that right hand up.
Well, you heard George Foreman talking about Mosley's need and responsibility to try to win some rounds and get back into the fight. In round 6, Mosely only threw 29 punches. Forrest threw 79. It appeared to be another round easily won by Vernon Forrest. And we're getting close to the point at which Mosely might need a knockout to hold on to his welterweight crown. Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored?
I agree with you 100%, Jim. 59-53, 5 rounds to 1. Vernon Forrest. You know, Jim, Shane Mosely is in a position I don't think he's ever been in before, and that is he's got to play catch-up. He's given up a tremendous amount of points on the scorecards. I mean, I don't think he's won a round since the first round. Obviously, the second round, he lost 10-7. If he doesn't start winning some rounds, Jim, there is no way he can win a decision.
Tell you what.
Body punch. Mosely to the side.
Mosely to the body, yep. And stepping to the right side is very good.
Important punch. You got to go 3 to the body. 3 right hands to the body. And then that 4th one got to be upstairs.
Don't punch. Hey, hey. No shoulder work, both of them, okay? Come on, let's go.
The whole pound-for-pound thing is mythical anyway, of course.
Too mythical.
By and large, we don't expect them to fight each other, but I'll tell you what, George. If things keep going this way, there'll be a new entrant in the pound-for-pound sweepstakes tonight, and his name is Vernon Forrest. His name hasn't been up there before, but here's an unbeaten fighter dominating Shane Mosely so far.
Mosley still trying to haymaker. You just got to take your time. You go to the body, 3 right hands to the body, and then you bring the right hand upstairs. Don't just do it. do other things first. Forrest is well prepared for this fight. Studying tapes.
You know, usually Shane Mosely looks like a man playing speed chess and being 2 or 3 moves ahead of his opponent. But he's not playing any kind of chess here, much less speed chess.
He's gotten in the ring with someone equally as good as he is.
And someone who's fighting a very patient fight.
When you stare at a mirror and yourself in the mirror, you just got to think of other things to do. See your own self over there.
Hard right hand by Forrest. And a psychological statement from Forrest to Mosely at the end of round 7. Another round seemingly won by Vernon Forrest.
You gotta move out the way, cameraman. You gotta open up, John. You gotta open up.
Save energy for the end of the round. That's why I had you to jab him to the body, jab him to the head. So the right hand, but you can't reach, okay? So, but you still got to be on your toes a little bit. You still can't follow him around. You understand? But you got to keep your hands up. You're doing a pretty good job moving your head, but you got to start keeping your hands up a little bit.
Now remember, pop, 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 pop. Nice quick shots. That's what you start doing. And keep boxing. Okay, this kid gonna start gambling now, man. He gonna start leaping. Remember what?
Having forged way ahead, Forrest is patient now and trying to make Mosely make the fight.
What a great job by Forrest's corner so far tonight. Al Mitchell and Ronnie Shields have had the right answers for Vernon from round to round, and he has followed their instructions beautifully.
I think Shields is finally coming to his own now. Corner man, he knows his stuff.
Don't punch, don't punch, don't punch, don't.
Humble man, good man, becoming a fine trainer, Ronnie Shields.
He's ahead now. For the first time, I've seen him give proper instruction.
Don't punch, don't punch. Step, 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 step.
The best fighters, if they keep fighting good fighters, eventually lose.
Good shot. Don't punch, let him out, Vernon.
All night long, Shane has been trying to get that hook in. He's finally got it in.
Don't punch, don't punch.
He's going to have to keep using it to the body.
Hands up, hands up.
The headhunting isn't going to work. If Mosley's going to have a chance to reel this fight back in, it's going to have to be through brutal punishment to Forrest's rib cage. And Shane is still looking upstairs and still, as his father points out, reaching for the target.
But that one hook can do a lot of things as far as establishing what he's going to do.
Don't punch, don't punch. Step, step, step. Step, step, step out, step out. Don't punch, I'm here.
You heard Al Mitchell telling Vernon Forrest, watch out for the leaping and jumping. Pretty soon Shane's going to start to gamble on jumping in on you.
Don't punch, I'm here.
Mosely does have an anxious look.
Hands up, guys, hands up. Don't punch. Step, step, step.
Finally stopped the right uppercut. Mosely stopped it. Stopped it. That's important. Right. Disarm your man.
Try to work it out. Break. Come on.
Forrest is starting to do a lot of holding now.
Mosely trying to go to the body twice with the left.
Don't punch.
30 seconds to go in the round. George, let me ask you something. This fight has been all Forrest ever since the moment when Mosely was cut at the hairline of accidental blood. He's never been cut before. Could it be that that so distracted him that it threw him off his game?
Threw him totally off his game. And coming into the ring, not warmed up. Put those together, but now Shane Mosely is taking control of this fight.
Step.
Maybe too late, though.
Forrest should not go to his corner thinking, I've got it won.
Forrest hits Mosely after the bell with the right hand and gets away with it.
Give me a deep breath, let him out slow. Deep one, let out slow. Now Vernon, look. Now it's gut check time right here. You understand? Look, you gotta dig this guy in the body now. The guy, all the guy trying to do is punch and step him out, okay? I don't know what these people are doing with these rounds right here. We got to out-hustle this guy now, okay?
Use it. These next 3 rounds are championship rounds. You gotta win them. You gotta put them body shots.
All right, Mosely did land a good left hand in that round. Probably won his first round in a while. He has to build on that. Good left hand. At the end of the round, that exchange.
By CompuBox numbers, though, Shane Mosely landed only 6 out of 35 punches in that round, has landed in single digits in 6 of 8 rounds, including each of the last 4 rounds. That's astonishingly low numbers for Mosely based on his previous performances. However, Harold Letterman agrees with Larry Merchant that Mosely deserved the win in the last round. Still, he's well behind on the cards, or should be, as we come to round 9.
At some point, Mosely's taken over this fight. I don't think that Forrest corner can sit back and think you're ahead anymore. Can't think like that. You better win these fights.
That's exactly what Ronnie Shields told him between rounds. He said, we don't know what these judges are doing. You got to go out there and out-hustle this man down the stretch.
Mosely's fighting like the superior champion at this point.
Crowd here at the Garden came to see another thrilling performance by Shane Mosely.
Don't punch, don't punch.
They're stunned. They seem to be shaking their...
That right hand now.
Big right hand.
Right hand by Shane Mosely.
Momentarily wobbled Vernon. Shane Mosely, 3 times in his career, has knocked out an opponent past the 9th round.
He will take a chance. He will gamble. Forrest is going to have to gamble back with him. You just can't sit on your lead.
Don't punch, don't punch.
Mosely's got heart. I didn't know he had that kind of heart.
Because you haven't seen him in this kind of
He's got heart. He has heart. You can't back away from a tall opponent. You got to go left or right. Don't go straight back, and that's what Shane Mosely is doing. Backing up, straight back from the punches. There's that uppercut. That's the only thing that gets Shane Mosely to stop.
Double left hook from Forrest. Shown more variety tonight than at some other times in his career. Largely a jab and right hand fighter much of the time, but tonight uppercut, left hook, flurry of punches there.
Don't punch, don't punch. Step out, step out, step out.
This is now a desperate Sugar, not a sweet Sugar.
Two more rounds to go, man. 2 more rounds to go. You got to stop reaching. You got to start sliding in behind that jab.
Straight right, baby.
Okay? And when you're inside, you got to drop it down and go to the body. You're not using your legs to go to the body. Okay? You're doing good, but I don't know how close this is.
Okay.
Okay?
What do you think for Osler?
Even? Yeah, it might be even. These next 2 rounds could be meaning.
He do a lot of holding.
I know it. The ref sees it too.
But a lot of holding. Every time I get ready to touch punch, he holds.
That's okay. You still got to show that you're trying to win this fight.
He's running in, trying to act like he hitting me with punches. We know he ain't doing nothing. Okay? He's trying to steal around, baby. All right, let's go. Come on, give me a deep breath. Come on, baby, let's go. Come on. Vernon, you the man, baby. Let's go. Come on.
That's the first time I've ever heard Jack Mosely tell his son Shane something that was obviously not true.
Not obviously.
Very good.
It's not all that obvious, Larry.
What, the notion that it could be an even fight?
That's right. It's not that obvious.
Good. Push him on.
Harold, how do you have it scored?
I don't have it an even fight. 88, 81, 7 rounds to 2. Vernon Forrest. Jim, I gotta tell you, in the final analysis, boxing is scored by the guy that's standing to clean the harder shots, and all fight long, it's been Vernon Forrest. He's just doing more damage with his shots, no question. And to tell you the honest God's truth, as amazing as this may sound, he's got better balance. Now look at that. He comes in with a hard right hand. Mosley's laying up against the ropes. When Mosley comes forward and lands his shots, it looks like he's floundering. He's virtually coming in with his head first, and his feet are in under him. Vernon Forrest landing the harder shots.
Don't punch, don't punch.
Moses got to dig in. That's that right hand to the body that will enable him to come up to the head.
Big right hand out of a southpaw stance. Forrest unloads a big right hand of his own. Good left to the body by Forrest. Mosley flinching.
Mosley's hurt. Those body shots hurt.
Hard right hand by Forrest. Mosley in trouble again. Holding on.
Mosley landed a big left hand in there, and Forrest just kept coming.
And Vernon Forrest throwing vicious shots to the body, trying to set Shane up for the knockout.
Those body shots you can't recoup.
Now the danger for Forrest here is that he gets countered big by Mosley coming off the ropes.
Not much danger now because those ribs are hurting.
Mouthpiece, come on.
He is virtually doubled over from the body.
The danger is no longer there.
Come on, watch it. Put it in, come on, wash it. Let's go. Don't talk to him. Wash it.
It's a tremendous break for Shane Mosley.
Time in.
I don't know that it can do him any good.
Oh, big left hook by Mosley.
Step back, step back, step back.
But he hasn't been able to hurt Forrest badly all night.
Nope. Boy. When a big, tall man like that start beating you in the body, it's almost good night out ring.
That was some display of body punching by Vernon Forrest.
Proves once again there ain't a horse that can't be rode or a rider who can't be thrown. Nope. Everybody is beatable.
Because we're watching Shane Mosley get rode and throwed right here.
Step out, Shane, step out.
Shane's taken almost as many big shots in this round as he did in the second.
Stop.
What round is this?
10th round.
What round's coming up?
10th. Pass my bag, man. Quit getting excited.
Mosley just got false information from the referee. It's round 11 coming up, not round 10.
All right. He's okay. Move around.
Okay,
Shane. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. You got to get a body shot. It's a body shot. That's okay. He's all right. Stuff about it. He's body shot. Okay.
Doc, get his leg. Get his leg.
Okay. Right here with the body shot. That's what I want. What I want you to do, Shane, keep your hands up. Move around.
Shane Mosley told the commission official that he was hit with a good body shot.
It was low. The shot was low. That is again, it's low.
There were 2 low blows in the sequence.
It was a low shot.
Forrest got away with them. He dominated the round, though, landing 25 out of 47 punches by CompuBox estimation to only 8 of 18 for Mosley. So if anything, Forrest padded his lead.
What's left here now is to find out how Shane Mosley is going to deal with this adversity. Is he going to try to go out like a champ? Is he going to try to salvage something out of this?
Point is, he got hit below the belt, and he didn't complain. That makes him high in my book. Didn't complain. We thought it was a great body shot.
You know, there are a lot of prize fighters sitting around the ring, some of them well known, and they look stunned. It's as if to say, if Shane Mosley can get beat, so can I. This is a stunning reversal of expectations. Shane Mosely, who was so concerned about the whole world loving him, now just has to be concerned with how he deals with a man who's been the better man so far tonight.
All the way through. And Forrest still landing big power shots here in the 11th. What a great performance by Vernon Forrest.
And he's so tall that it's going to be hard for Mosely to reach up there and pull a rabbit out of the hat.
It's going to be hard for any welterweight. This is a 6-foot welterweight. He's not unlike Tommy Hearns. Nobody's ever compared him to Hearns as a punter. But looking at the two of them in there tonight, I'm reminded of the stature of Ray Leonard against Tommy Hearns. And Vernon has fought the kind of fight tonight that Hearns only wishes he had managed to put forth against Ray Leonard.
Turn around, turn around. Hands up, hands up.
Boxing and punching.
Shane Mosely, whenever he backs up, he gets the worst of it.
No knockdown.
And there's a slip as Forrest was landing the 1-2 as he went to the floor. That's where the ice was spilled.
You got to get that corner clean. Come on. Rick, I'm here. Rick, don't punch, no punch.
Would have been terrible to see Forrest's effort come a cropper because of a twisted ankle or a torn knee. Left hook lands for Mosely, probably too little too late.
Punch. Let him out, Vernon. Let him out. Step back. Pull out, Vernon. Pull out. Good.
It'll be interesting to see between rounds if Jack Mosely will finally tell his son that he needs a knockout to win.
I'm here. Walk away. That's the class one.
It ain't Shane Mosley's night.
Okay, that was a lot better than the last round. But you have to give him the one.
Nice ring.
He keeps holding me, Smoker. Yeah, take whole fight. Hold it or not, man. And you gotta back him up with that jab. Vernon, this guy is just as tired as you are. You understand me? Hold it. Come on.
Keep your hands up, Vernon. You understand what I'm saying?
The guy's trying to shoot the last round. You understand? Okay, his legs are weak. That's why he fell. Okay? So make him weaker. When you get inside, you gotta drop down. You gotta dig the body. You gotta reach down in the heart. Don't throw his hands.
You gotta gamble and hop on you. Keep your hands and keep them pushing back.
This guy got a better fighter. You the better fighter than everybody.
Come on. Last round, baby.
Can't argue with
What?
Round 12 of a brilliant performance by Vernon Forrest, who has thoroughly shut down Shane Mosely, knocked him down twice in the second round, almost knocked him out, has, by our eyes, seemingly won most of the rounds. And now, let's see if he can fend off Mosley's last charge. Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored coming at 12?
Okay, Jim, 108-99, 9 rounds to 2 Vernon Forrest. I mean, I got him way ahead. The only reason I think Shane Mosely won are the first and the 8th. The only reason he won the 8th was because Vernon Forrest didn't do much in that round. But Vernon Forrest showed great balance, a hell of a right hand, and a terrific uppercut, just out-punching Mosely.
I have it 8-2-1.
Rick, no punch, no punch.
My guess is the score will be a little closer, but not much.
Mosley's game.
Rick, no punch, no punch.
Mosley's strong. He's met his match.
Rick, no punch, no punch. Let him out, Vernon.
Shane Mosely complained to referee Steve Smoker that Vernon Forrest has been holding him all night.
That's right.
I think Mosley's been holding Vernon too. He's had to sometimes to keep from getting knocked down.
Amen. That's been the thing that kept him in the fight, is holding a little bit.
Absolutely.
Gotta fight, Mosely.
Don't punch, no punch. Let him out, Vernon. Let him out.
Vernon Forrest just buying time halfway through the round.
Watch your head, Janelle. Break. Watch your head, watch your head.
Mosley not following his father's instructions to try to hit Forrest to the body and chop him down. Instead, he's headhunting, and that won't get it done.
Well, he's got a headhunt now, Jim. He can't win with body punches
Don't punch.
in the 12th round.
He's winning this round, if that means
Yeah,
anything.
he's winning the round, but it's too late with too little.
I'm here. Turn around.
10 years ago, they met in the Olympic trials in 1992, and in what was seen as a big amateur upset at the time, Vernon Forrest beat Shane Mosely to prevent Mosely, ranked #1 in the world at 139 pounds, from going to the Olympics in Barcelona. Then their professional careers began, and although neither man has ever lost a fight, it's Mosely who has become the lights-out star, and Forrest, who is relatively obscure for someone who held a welterweight title and is still himself unbeaten. So tonight, Vernon Forrest got a second chance to prove that what happened 10 years ago was no fluke. And so far, to our eyes, resoundingly, he has done exactly that, beating Shane Mosely and giving Mosely the first loss of his professional career.
Fuck that, you won this shit, baby. They cannot take this away from you. They can't take this away from you, baby. Hey! Raise your hand up. Raise your hand up. Turn around. Let him know.
What about a draw?
Out, he'll be here. Get some water.
I'd be stunned, George. I truly would be stunned.
Look.
Larry Merchant looked at me. That was crazy.
You threw him for a loop, huh?
Hey!
I ain't gonna get something proud of a motherfucking life.
It was that right uppercut that changed everything tonight. Wasn't the obvious.
The whole onslaught in round 2. The cut at the hairline on the accidental butt. Mosley's response, which seemed to indicate that he was shocked and thrown off by bleeding in the ring for the first time, and then the sudden vicious assault of power punches, starting with 2 right-hand leads over the top that landed flush, and then a brilliant uppercut that really put Shane Mosely in big trouble for a round and a half.
Score Mosely 1,000 for Hart. Didn't give up. Kept trying to get back into the fight.
But score Forrest 1,000 for technique and for being able to use his right hand with tremendous effect.
You score him the fight.
Yeah, that's right. That ought to be good enough.
The fight is good enough. Mosely, one brave hombre. Everything you want in the champion, Mosely has.
Vernon Forrest of Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, tell my guys I'm Mark.
Listen, I told y'all I was going to do it. I told y'all. Nobody didn't believe me, but I told y'all. It was destiny. It's destiny.
Bradley,
I prayed, and I asked God to give it to me, and he did. Thank you. Thank you.
Prayer is good.
I think the headbutt might affect me earlier in the round, but...
A left hook to the body is usually better.
You pray that you're able to get a left hook to the body.
There you go.
Let me see what's up the burn real quick.
Both guys are good. Both guys are going to have something good to say. That's the main thing.
If Shane Mosely has been beaten tonight, it's an open invitation to the next 2 guys on most pound-for-pound lists, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, and you'll see them restating their cases next Saturday night. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 undefeated welterweight champions came to the mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, and somebody's O had to go. We go to the scorecards. Tommy Kazmarek scores the bout, 115 to 110. Melvina Lathan scores it 117 to 108. And Julie Letterman scores it 118 to 108, all for the winner by unanimous decision, the undefeated true welterweight champion of the world,